Hey, guess what, Mr. Davis? Not only have I stolen your channel, I'm now stealing your content and making money off of it. Support WrestleLuke. Give this channel a subscribe.
Roman Reigns is a Paul Heyman guy. What? Welcome to the WrestleTalk podcast review of SmackDown. I'm Chopper Pete Quinnell, and once again this week I am joined by Adam Pearson. Andy Datson's back next week, but for now we've got Adam Pearson. Woo!
Yeah, you do. Woo! Roman Reigns, oh my word, the big dog is a Paul Heyman guy, but I'm still not sure if he's a heel.
See, I got a lot of flack yesterday because on the AEW review I was doing, I don't know how we brought it up, but I mentioned that, I think it was just on the podcast bit actually, that I mentioned that I was baffled by the amount of people after SummerSlam that said Roman was a heel. I was like, he's not a heel. He's doing Roman things. He's been doing this for months, years. He's been doing this where he comes out and just beats people up because he can. That's a Roman thing to do. That's not a heel thing to do. But now I'm thinking he is a heel because of what happened on SmackDown.
Now it has a bit more credibility because of the Paul Heyman factor, because that's heavily associated with the Brock Lesnar factor, who is absolutely 100% a heel.
Yeah.
So it's a really good bit of character work and a really good bit of writing. And the fact Roman has a mouthpiece, so won't be saying supper and succotash ever again, fingers crossed. It's so good.
Yeah.
And it just makes him look really, because he's legit. And the new look I love. Like the proper beard, the hair, even the teeth add to it. The man bun, not so much. He looks a bit like the secretary from BoJack Horseman with the man bun. But I still am really liking this as a tool for the character. And yeah, all in. And I reckon Payback, we will find out if he is a heel or not.
Yes. So what actually happened on the show to get to this point is there was a show-long story, of producer Adam Pearce going around to the three people that are going to be in the Triple Threat Universal title match to get them all to sign the contract in time for the show. And the last person he came to was Roman. He got to him at the very end of the show, and he managed to get into the locker room. And right after the main event, it cuts back to the backstage area. Roman's sitting in the chair. You haven't seen him sign the contract yet, but he says, yeah, I'll be there on Sunday. I'm going to win the Universal title. That's not a prediction. That's a spoiler. And instantly I sat there and I was like, he just said the thing that Heyman says. And then the camera just pans across, and sitting next to him is Paul Heyman, who just leans in and just goes, believe that. And I was like, literally, like the collective voices of about 20,000 Mark fans just came through me in one instant of just like, oh my God. Oh,
it was so good. Because I thought they were angling for like Brock Roman again at Mania. And I was like, oh no. The last thing we need is for them to get booed out of the building again. And then, like you say, we saw Paul Heyman. And I was like, okay, was not expecting this. I like this. Yes. Yes. And again, to quote Daniel Bryan, yes. So all in on this.
Yeah, genuinely, I'm so excited to see this. And I mentioned this in my edited review that was part of the WrestleTalk news earlier today. I never thought I'd say the words, I want Roman to win the Universal title. But now, I want Roman to win the Universal title. I'm so in. If he is a heel character, which I'm fairly certain he is now, I'm so in on Roman being a heel. He has such a good presentation. His in-ring work is fantastic. And having Paul Heyman as a mouthpiece is brilliant for Roman, not because he's not a great promo, because he has a very certain style of promo that he's very good at, which is being a brooding, simmering heel who utters really cool one-liners. That's what Roman does the best. That's when he comes out and says, this is my yard now, and drops the mic. That's when Roman is at his absolute best. And having Heyman cut all the promos for him, and then he comes in at the end and just goes, something really cool at the end. That's perfect for him. I'm so in on this Roman character. So in on it. I want him to beat The Fiend, which is mental. In fact, no, I don't want him to beat The Fiend. I want him to beat Braun Strowman, but close enough. I want him to win the Universal title at Payback, which is nuts. I never thought I'd say those words.
Well, since we're saying things that we never thought we'd ever say, I completely agree with you, Pete Quinnell. I'm completely in on this. Like, how have they built a pay-per-view in a week better than in 6?
Yeah,
I mean, I was going to skip Payback. I'm not now.
Yeah, no, not at all. Yeah, I don't know how I'm more excited for Payback than I was for SummerSlam. And I was pretty excited for SummerSlam. I'm really excited for Payback, not only because it's Keith Lee versus Randy Orton, which I'm really curious to see how that's going to go, how Drew's going to play into it, how long they get in their match, what Keith Lee's going to be like on the main roster. Is he going to be able to do all his Keith Lee bits? But also now this triple threat with the Universal title on the line and potentially, you know, heel Braun Strowman, heel Roman Reigns, kind of heel Fiend, like that. That's a really interesting dynamic to me with the whole, the Fiend's just won the title, Strowman's out for revenge, Heyman's now with Reigns. There's so many different moving parts in that triple threat. I'm so excited.
You genuinely, I've never seen you this jazzed about anything for quite some time. Just the childlike rapture is amazing and beautiful.
Yeah. Man, like, I haven't been this excited for a WWE show in ages. Like NXT, sure, AEW, sure, but not a main roster WWE show. I'm so excited for heel Roman. This is something that people have been asking for years for Roman. And I know, like, people were asking for heel John Cena because they didn't like him as a face. Heel John Cena, I don't think would have worked. It would not have worked as well as people thought it would. Heel Roman will work because his character, the way he presents himself, can be so heelish at times, which is why people really didn't get on board with his babyface character, because he was being a heel a lot of the time. He was just being a dick. And then WWE were like, lol, you'll love Roman. And we're like, no, we don't. We don't love what he's doing. We want to boo him. This gives people an excuse to boo Reigns, which, let's be real, everyone wants to boo Reigns. It's the fun thing to do. Everyone loves it. Let's just have a reason to do it. And now we've got Paul Heyman with him as well, someone who people love to boo as well. And he has the in-ring chops to back it up. This could be like the next big thing in WWE.
And here's how well it's been written, and here's how well it's presented. I will boo him, and I won't even think about the fact I am booing a man who's just recovered from leukemia. That's how good this... I mean, is it too soon to start being Roman? Not when it's written this well.
Exactly. Yes, that's exactly right. And yeah, and that's the thing. I've obviously I've not forgotten the fact that he's gotten over leukemia, but it's a non-factor at this point because he's a heel. He's just come back and beaten up people. He's got Paul Heyman with him. Of course I'm going to boo him. Like it just gives us a reason to do it. Because there were some people who obviously still wanted to boo Reigns when he came back, but they're like, but he has just gotten over leukemia, so I can't really boo him, but I don't want him at the top of the card. Now this gives people who wanted to boo Reigns an excuse to boo Reigns, which is great.
And it's really, and I also think, to give WWE credit, it's a really brave thing to do, because the returning hero babyface is a really easy out. Just like a really easy, verging on lazy thing to do. And they've steered well clear of it and been like, no, we're going to make you boo this man who's got a wife and 2 children and who nearly died, because that's how good we are. It's really easy to forget how competent WWE can be. Really easy. And I think the past couple of months have really shown how, when they put their mind to it, how good they are at what they do.
Totally. There's a reason they have become the biggest promotion in the world, because they can, when they put their minds to it, they can produce really engaging television. It's just that they don't do it very often. But this, I'm very engaged with. I'm so excited. This has me excited to the level when I was into the Shield. That's like the level it is for me, because the Shield, I
Yeah.
could not wait to see every single week. I was like, I want to see what they're doing next. I love Roman, I love Seth, I love Dean. I'm so in on this group as a whole. And now I get to have that kind of childlike excitement about Roman Reigns, who I used to love as part of the Shield. It's me getting excited about this heel Roman Reigns character again, and I'm so in on that. I'm so excited. I know I'm just repeating myself and just saying I'm so excited, but I don't know if I can say it enough. I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, no, it's new, but there's also a real nostalgia hit to it at the same time. And I think that's why everyone is so on board with it. And I agree. I know we're repeating ourselves and just saying we're excited, this is good, but I can't drive this point home enough. I'm so excited.
Yeah, genuinely. I'm so jazzed about this. Like, just being able to see, like, you know, the megastar that WWE want him to be, this can be the thing that makes him the megastar that WWE always thought he was. This could be the thing if they treat it right, if they treat Roman with respect, which they will. They always treat Roman with the best storylines, and, well, I say best storylines. He had a thing about dog food. Skipping that, they always generally, they protect Roman a lot. They make sure that his character is preserved. They always make sure that he's being treated right. If they put him in a feud with, let's say, for example, The Fiend, who they have a ton of history together on that they can work off, that is a really engaging story. And I think they are going to make sure that that story works, because that is going to be something that can capture the imagination of so many fans that are so in on The Fiend, the most popular character of 2019, and Roman Reigns, who could very well be the most interesting character of 2020, depending where it goes from here.
This could be as big as Stone Cold. This could be as big as 316 if they handle it well.
Totally. I'm oh man, with the addition of the Thunderdome and not being in the Performance Center anymore, I think there's scope for casual fans coming back, and the ratings have shown that. You know, more people have been watching these Thunderdome shows than they were at the Performance Center, and I think that, you know, the setting is part of that, and having Roman come back to kind of capitalize on the new setting and be kind of the front runner of the Thunderdome era of WWE. It can totally, with all these new people coming back, this could just build and build on itself and try and, you know, it could be the next big thing, like I said, in WWE, depending how it goes from here.